Hi students, welcome to JOSAT. Today we are going to see Pedagogy of Computer Science Unit 2. Unit 2 is all about planning for instruction. In this unit, we will be studying about steps in planning a lesson plan and a unit plan, formulate the educational objectives of Bloom's taxonomy and structure of the lesson plan and the unit plan, gain the mastery of constructing test item for formative evaluation. Let's move on to the introduction part of this unit, where every work requires a plan of action for its perfect completion. In the same way, teacher process also requires a systematic plan. The systematic plan involves the lesson plan and the unit plan. A lesson plan represents a single teaching unit for a class period. The teacher should know the objective of teaching, where designing the test is very important part of assessing the students' understanding of course content and their level of competency in applying what they are learning in the class. Let's see a short info about planning for instruction. Steps in planning a lesson and setting a lesson goals. The key aspect of effective teaching is having a plan for what you are going to teach in the classroom. Creating such a plan involves setting goals, deciding how to incorporate course textbooks and resource materials. Setting goals, building up their personality and character, understanding the vocational and social desirable knowledge and the skill, develop ability to think critical and creativity, and developing the health scientific attitude. Goals are based on the following order, which are country, educational institute, class, unit, and lesson. All the goals must be SMART, where SMART represents S is specific and M is measurable, A is achievable, and R is realistic, and T is timed. Now let's move on to the designing of a lesson plan. Lesson plan is all about the classroom determining the India's future. Taking the importance of the above statement, lesson plan helps the teacher to plan and prepare classroom teaching. Definition for the lesson plan is a good defines a lesson plan as an outline of the important point of the lesson arranged in order in which they are to be presented to the students by the teacher. Let's see the principle for preparing the lesson plan. There are some principles to prepare the lesson plan in such a way that students' previous knowledge and their capability must be basic for a lesson plan. The present subject matter in an organized and systematic effective manner it must be presented to the student. All the objective of the lesson plan, both general and specific instruction objective, should be known to the teacher, where lesson plan should create an interest in the students so that they learn clearly. Questions, motivation, self-thinking, thoughts provoking, and etc. should find a place in the lesson plan for the student and the teacher. Next is Herbarian steps in lesson plan. There are 6 steps: introduction, presentation, generalization, application, recapitulation, and assignment. Let's see one by one. Where introduction or motivation, this is about the step is considered to the preparatory step, wherein you are trying to prepare the minds of the student ready to receive the subject matter. Second is presentation. It is the key step and only through which the actual process of teaching is going to take place. Here the aim of the lesson should be started clearly and the heading should be written on the blackboard. Next is generalization. Generalization is a formula, a principle, and laws. While explaining the concept in the science, as far as possible, the teacher should try to get the answer from the students, which make them understand the concept and through which generalizations are possible. Next is application, which is said as knowledge gained is applied. In this stage, the teacher make the students to use the understood knowledge in the unfamiliar situation. Unless the knowledge of science is applied in the new situation or in our day to day life, the study of science will become meaningless. Next is recapitulation. This stage is meant for the teacher to know whether the student have grasped and understood the concept taught or not. This can be achieved by reviewing a lesson or giving assignment to the student by questions or a class test. Sixth is assignment, that is giving the students some assignment in which lesson they have taught. Next is preparation of the lesson plan. Preparation of lesson plans has some steps, that is first is motivation or preparation, second presentation, third association or a comparison, fourth generalization, fifth application, sixth recapitulation, and seventh is assignment. Testing the previous knowledge with the new knowledge and using the audio visual aids, comparing the given information and finding the solution for the given question, and formula and principle or law of the lesson is revised. Apply the rule formula they have learned to solve the problems from the lesson, asking few questions to know their clarity, giving assignments or homework to make the lesson revision. Let's see the difference between lesson plan and unit plan. Lesson plan is planned for a small portion to give effective teaching in the one period, where unit plan is planned to teach a large content continuously for 5 to 10 periods. A lesson plan is a partial, where unit plan is complete, where lesson plan is a full concept in learning is not achieved. In unit plan, full concept in the lesson is achieved. Lesson plan teaching alone will take place. In the unit plan, teaching, evaluation, remedial teaching, everything takes place. In lesson plan, questions will find a place to motivate self-thinking, language abilities of the student, where in the unit plan there are no questions. In lesson plan, assignments will find a place at the end, where in the unit plan no assignments were found. In lesson plan, lesson is written for each period, where in unit plan, according to the unit length, it is written for 6 to 10 or more periods. Lesson plan method of teaching is not specific. Unit plan method of teaching is specified. Next is designing of a unit plan. Unit plan. The curriculum or a syllabus framers would organize the content matter of a specific subject or a class into a meaningful division in terms of unit is called unit plan. Different meaning has been assigned to the term unit. Lesson of the day as a chapter in a textbook, as a syllabus contain many units. Definition of the unit plan. A large block of a related subject matter as can be overviewed by a listener. A unit is an outline of carefully selected subject matter. Let's see the characteristics of a good unit. A unit should be a meaningful segment of well-organized subject matter, where general and specific instructional objectives should be clearly defined in the unit plan. A unit should consist of familiar and related subjects. It should help the individual difference in learning. It should not be very lengthy or too short. It should give a new experience to the student. There are some steps followed in performing the unit plan. Analysis of content, general instructional objective, specific instructional objective, planning the learning activity, evaluation procedure, and remedial measures. Designing of a unit plan. Computer science syllabus may be divided into small units. Each unit is to be divided into a small parts and decided the number of periods to be allotted. For example, class 11, The unit 1 contains the name of the unit is computer communication, where the unit is divided into 5 topics like introduction, uses, types of network as one topic, and second is network topology, third is types of data transmission, and fourth is modem and speed of data, and fifth is internet protocol. For this 5 topics, we will be taking 5 periods and remarks will be conducting the class test. Advantages of unit plan are, since we are dividing the unit into small part and teaching to the students are able to understand very easily. Helps the students and the teachers to teach the student in a systematic manner. It helps to study all information pertaining the unit. Helps to teach according to the individual difference of the students, and it helps the teachers to prepare teaching aids, and it helps to develop self confidence in students. Next is Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives. To define, understand, and classify the educational objective, it is divided into 3 domains, that is cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, where cognitive is defined as the recall of knowledge and development of skill, where affective is defined as the development of interest and values and the adjustments, where the psychomotor is defined as the development of motor skills. Let's see cognitive domain. Cognitive domain includes those objective which deals the recall and recognition of the knowledge and the development of the skill. Cognitive development has some properties like knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthetic, and evaluation. Knowledge is to remember, recall, or recognize the already learnt information to acquire more knowledge. Comprehension is understanding the knowledge without any doubt. They should have ability to arrange the data in order. Application is students to apply learnt knowledge to the new situation, thinks creative in the depth. Analysis makes break up the given communication into a parts to understand it better. Synthesis, it is the just opposite to the analysis. This gives divergent thinking and creativity. Evaluation, this is the highest objective of the cognitive domain. This level is to make a judgment about something for given purpose. It can be both judgment quantitative and the qualitative. Next is affective domain. Affective domain includes the development of feeling to the educational and social attitudes and to increase the emotional objective, namely attitude, interest, value, and appreciation. Let's see some of the properties of affective domain. Receiving. This is the first step for the learner to learn what teacher teaches. Responding. This is also called interest objective. Interest can be developed in solving puzzles, reading computer science books and journal, etc. Where next is valuing. It means individuals aim valuing or assessment a phenomena or the behavior. It is also called a development of proper attitude. Organization. It brings together different values, resolving conflict among them, starting to build them internally consistent value system. Characterization. It means to hold a value system that control his behavior and characteristic of his lifestyle. Teaching computer science should include formation of the good habits. Next is psychomotor domain. It focuses in on a development of the motor skill is psychomotor domain. There are some properties in psychomotor domain, that is perception. It means observing the act of the teacher. Imitation, it means repetition of the act of the teacher. Manipulation, it means following direction of the teacher and differentiating among various movements. Articulation, this involves the coordination, sequence, and unity among various data. Naturalization, this is the highest level of proficiency and it becomes natural and automatic. Next is formulating instructional objective at cognitive, affective and psychomotor levels. The instructional objectives is it is practically impossible to know all the aim of mathematics education within the framework of curriculum, for they involve a total program of education out of the classroom experience. That is, objective should be learner centered, and it should be explicit and understandable. It should be facilitate getting learning evidence, and learning should be observable. Aims are general and long term goals and may become common to more than one subject. Objectives are specific, immediate, and attainable goals achieved in a period of 40 to 45 minutes duration. The general objective is non-observable behavior of the student are called general instructional objective. The statement of such objective contain verbs like knows, understood, etc. The specific objective, precise and measurable behavior of a student are called specific instructional objective. These objectives contain an action verb of a cognitive, affective and psychomotor. Next is structure of the 4-4 lesson plan. The structure of the 4-4 lesson plan, we use the introduction to tell us the little about our lesson plan. The little of the lesson plan should be concise, clear and descriptive. Objective is we should give some general and specific objective of teaching a lessons. These objectives should be written clearly at achieve learning outcomes. The session time. The session time is the amount of the time a teacher will need to schedule for the lesson plan. We might specify minutes, hours and class periods. Materials. Materials needed include a resource used by both teacher and the student, including book, hangout, teaching aids, paper and pencil, art supply and so on. Procedures of 4-4 lesson plan or motivation, preparation, presentation, recapitalization or review, follow up or the assignment. Next topic is about type of test item. A written test composed of the number of test items differ on the basis of the type of responses they involve. There are two categories of test items: free response type and second is fixed response type. The objective type item. Objective type test item can be broadly classified into supply type, recall, and selection type, that is recognition. Supply type. In supply type there are completion type, matching type, true or false, multiple choice, finding an odd one out. All these are supply type and remaining or selection type. Short answer type questions like short answer type, paragraph type, essay type. Next is about constructing a test item for formative evaluation in the class. Formative evaluation means is used to monitor a learning progress during instruction and to provide continuous feedback to both pupil and the teacher. Feedback to the pupil means giving successful learning and identifying learning error. Feedback to teacher means modifying instruction if necessary and giving groups and individual remedial work. Next is characteristic, used to monitor the learning experience of the student during the period of instruction. Feedback provides specific learning error and corrections. It involves assessment of classwork, homework, oral questions during the teaching process, etc. Formative evaluation uses mostly teacher-made test. It is done during an instructional program. Next is the 6 big strategies of formative assessment are: first, provide learner with clarity about learning intention of the work and how it connect to the life beyond the school. Second, provide to and co-develop with learner the criteria for success. Third, thoughtful feedback. Fourth, thoughtful classroom question to lead discussion. Fifth, learning or teaching resource for each other. Sixth, learners or the owners. At last, we have come to the end of the Unit 2 in the Computer Science. Let's see the important questions of Unit 2. First is explain the importance of lesson plan. Second, what is unit plan and explain. Third, describe Bloom's taxonomy of educational objective. Fourth, what are the characteristics of a good lesson plan? These are the questions of unit 2. Please make use of it. A notes of this unit is given in the description box. Please make use of it and all the best for your exam. Please subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you friends.